Good morning. This is a special media conference of the Trinidad and Tobago Scrap Iron Dealers Association. I am Willetta Wilson, Secretary. With me is Ms. Verna Prudhomme, our Director, and our President, Mr. Alan Ferguson, who will address you now.
Good morning to Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to everyone listening all over Trinidad and Tobago. I want to thank also the media. I want to thank everyone making this news conference, all the persons who put all the effort to make this news conference. I want to thank them. Today is a sad day. It's a sad day for our industry. But I will not. I want every Trinidad and Tobago to understand. I'm not going to play guilty. I'm going to play not guilty for this matter. And I will explain to you why I will not play guilty. And I play not guilty in this matter. Because I understand it. And I know it will happen. So that is why I make all the effort to try to stop what was taking place. I make all the effort with my organization. And I know we couldn't do it on our own. We need the government intervention. So that is why we call on certain authority to help out us with this matter. Because this is a very serious matter was taking place. Why Trinidad and Tobago was seeing what taking place every single day. So I will not play guilty. And I want you all to know, because some people will be switching on and think I'm going to fight the Prime Minister. But I'm going to give them a shock. I wouldn't do that this morning. Because I am about country first. I'm not about a hue, I'm about a country first and this industry. So I have to make sure whatever I about to do is about country and my industry, what I'm in charge of. That is my aim this morning. My aim is not to fight with the Prime Minister. But my aim is to work with the Prime Minister. Because most of the things the Prime Minister said yesterday, I agree with it. We need to do something about this industry. I agree on that. I agree that we need to put a temporary ban on copper. I do agree to ban the whole industry. I will never agree on that. Because Trinidad and Tobago is thousands and thousands of people that live up for this industry. This industry does help the government because most people, if they don't come and do something in this industry, they will have to apply for some kind of public assistance. And because this industry help and assist poor people and work with poor people and help poor people, we will have to be careful with how we handle this. So I will not fight with the Prime Minister, but I will explain to him and I will prove to him that our industry, me and my executive, we make all the effort to make sure this will take place, will not take place. So before I start off, I want the Secretary. The first evidence I will prove today, we did write the Commissioner of Police first. and I will let her read the letter from the Commissioner of Police that we write him.
Okay, this letter is dated February 23rd, 2022, and it's addressed to Mr. McDonald Jacob, Commissioner of Police. The Trinidad and Tobago Scrap Iron Dealers Association humbly requests a meeting with you to discuss the prevalence of theft of TSCT cable wires. TTSIDA takes note that the industry as a whole, and in particular our members, are negatively impacted by these irregular occurrences of theft. In this regard, we understand that something needs to be done urgently if this industry is to survive the negative associations that these incidents create. TTSIDA would like to propose to you a solution we believe will contribute greatly to the alleviation of this problem. We hope that you can allow us this opportunity to assist the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service in the prevention of these selfish acts. We look forward to your reply.
And I want to make it very clear. We had the meeting with the commissioner and we explained all things. That was the starting of the meeting, meaning that was the start of what we have to do. After we had that meeting with the commissioner of police, whilst all this was going on, we still feel that we need to ask TSCT also for a meeting. So because I'm bringing my case to Trinidad and Tobago, and I want you all to know that because some people don't understand about this industry, and some people don't know, we have the knowledge about this industry. We know about this industry. It have people in this industry 40 years, 30 years, 35 years. And we work this industry. So we understand it. So that is why we know what we had was to do. Because let me explain to Trinidad and Tobago already. We had this issue with TSCTY already. And we sit down and work with TSCT to stop this. And we did it. But I don't know what take place now. So I want you to read our letter to TSTT also. Because Trinidad and Tobago need to know that the Trinidad and Tobago Scrap Iron Association did not see all this thing taking place and did nothing. Forget that. We did something.
This one is actually dated February 8th. And it is addressed to Ms. Lisa Agard, Chief Executive Officer. The Trinidad and Tobago Scrap Iron Dealers Association would like to kindly request a meeting with you to discuss matters concerning TSCT cable wires. The association has taken note of the numerous reports in the media concerning cable wire theft and would like to discuss this with a view of helping to prevent and/or minimize the occurrence. We look forward to your favorable response.
Now, TSCT would hear us and they would have a meeting with us. And once we had that meeting with us, we would have let them know that all this TSCT wire all over Trinidad, we will put a proposal to them. So before I say any more, I don't want I want the secretary to read again. Because Trinidad and Tobago need to understand, Trinidad and Tobago, do not put us guilty, not all of us, not all scrap dealers involved in taking TSCT wire. I know, I as a leader, I've been all through Trinidad and Tobago, I've been all over Trinidad and Tobago, looking and talking to my members in reference to TSCT wire. And I positive show just a few handful. And I will explain to you coming down into this news conference. But read again.
This was after our meeting. This is dated April 20th, 2022. Again, addressed to Ms. Lisa Agard. Further to our proposal to you for the removal of the defunct cable wires, the Trinidad and Tobago Scrap Iron Dealers Association would like to remind TSCT of our commitment to continue this discussion as we believe it is in the best interest of the country at large. TTSIDA again has taken note of recent incidents of cable theft as reported in the media and of the recent unfortunate electrocution of a young man who attempted to steal the cables. As you'll appreciate from the general discourse, this issue is one of great public interest. We'd like to reiterate our willingness to pursue matters relating to this proposal, and thank you kindly for your time.
Yes, Trinidad and Tobago. If it's first time you're hearing it, I want you to understand that we did not leave it alone. We also write the Ministry of Trade, informing them that to put a temporary ban on copper, we don't mean that we want the whole industry to shut down. Because if this whole industry is shut down, I want to explain to you something. There's a dump in Beetham. There's a dump in Arima. There's a dump in Point Fortin. There's a dump in Clarkson Bay. All these people who sometimes have nowhere to go, have nothing, they go sometime to the dump and retrieve like scrap iron to able to eat something when the day come, an honest dollar. Because there's a lot of honest people also in this industry that look for honest dollar every single day by picking up scrap iron. And because of how the industry structure itself, that people believe that this is an industry that they could just do what they want. It's not like that. It's not like that. So I want you to understand Trinidad and Tobago. We as the association is always making all the effort to have discussion with the people in charge, because we as an organization cannot do nothing on our own. We don't have that power. So we will know we need to ask government to assist us and help us, that we were able to give them the knowledge about what they could do and what they cannot do. Because we have it, we know about it. So that is why we ask the government to help us to work to stop this theft. So when it comes now to the Prime Minister say he want to talk to the Attorney General to able probably to see what get able to ban this industry. Mr. Prime Minister, all the greatest respect to you. You're one of the people in Trinidad that I really respect. I know some people will shock, but I really respect you. Because most of the time that we ask you for meeting, you hear our call. And that is why I'm making this call this morning, Mr. Prime Minister. Please let us meet with the AG. Let my team and the AG team, whoever involved, let us meet together to make sure that this industry that employs thousands of poor people and thousands of other people, please let us meet to able to straighten out what is the problem, to straighten out the theft what's taking place. That in TSTT and WASA and all the set of other organizations that feeling the effect of all the set of lawlessness that take place in Trinidad. We need to work with y'all to see about this problem, Mr. Prime Minister. And I asking you today, please let us meet with your Attorney General and the team to see about this industry. And we will not have this problem based on when I speak to y'all, what we could do. Because it's easy to stop this copper theft. Because it's just a few amount of people export copper out of Trinidad. If you didn't know, it's not all scrapyard export copper out of Trinidad. It's just about 8 to 7 scrapyard export copper. And this is very easy to handle. All we need to do, I will just say one All we need when copper is being put in container, that it had a custom officer and a police making sure that they put what they're supposed to put in the container. Else it will not leave Trinidad and Tobago. It's not plenty. So I am begging you, please, Mr. Prime Minister, to hear our cry and hear our plead that this industry, which employs thousands of poor people, every single day people eat a food out of this industry. This is the last industry that poor people have in this country. And I know you care about poor people. I know you have feelings for poor people. So if whatever information you will get, I am telling you, all we will be supporting you with is let us ban the copper for a while. And let our industry remain functioning whilst we see about it. And Trinidad and Tobago need to know. Since 2011, we had a symposium to regularize this industry. I'll check 2011 to now. I had been in all the meetings with all the necessary stakeholders to make sure that this industry run proper. I keep fighting and quarreling to make sure that this industry regularized. And up to today, it's still in the same place. Because some people feel that if they don't want to involve us in being part of what's taking place and bringing out the laws, and they want to hide it, that is why they can't finish it. Because if they involve us and they take our recommendation, because we in this business every single day, we understand it. So we know how we could able to work with this industry. Today, up to nothing can take place, nothing. So don't blame us. Because I, as the leader, I lead in front. I lead in front. So I just want to make it clear before I finish. Mr. Prime Minister, we agree that something has to take place. We agree that some kind of banning could take place for 2-3 months, but that's just the copper. That's not scrap iron and the other things. We need to sit down and work with you all together to able to make this industry a better industry. And I am telling you, and I need to remind you, and I need to remind everybody in Trinidad, because it has some people who want to support that, because they've been affected. This industry, from 2000 to 2019 to 2022, have improved 47% export out of Trinidad and Tobago. This is what you want to shut up alone. This industry, out of the port of Point Lisas and Port of Spain, we send out the most containers every single month. Trinidad and Tobago, if you all don't know that, all you know that today. This industry send out the most container out of Trinidad each and every day. So all them shipping company that work with us will be out of business when we shut down. All the people, truckers, will be out of business. All the thousands and thousands of van men all over Trinidad and Tobago will be out of work. All the thousands of men that work in the yard will be out of work. And nobody will like to see, if you all think that crime going on all over Trinidad and we can't even control it, I think it will get worse. And I would not want that for my country. No matter, I don't like a lot of things taking place. I wouldn't want that for my country. I want good for my country. I love my country. I will fight for my country. I do not like these things. So, Mr. Prime Minister, this is what is involved. Look at people who is involved in this industry. Right? So we need to think, we need to sit down and work with your Attorney General and the other stakeholders to make sure that this industry move on for bigger things. Because that is what I about, to make this industry bring in foreign exchange. This is what we do, you know. Bring in foreign exchange into Trinidad and Tobago. And we help with the employment. We help with a lot of employment in Trinidad and Tobago. So we need to stay on that course. So I thank you. And I thank everybody. And I don't know if the media have any questions for me. I'm willing to answer anything. I want to thank everybody, but let me see if you have any questions for me to answer. I don't think I will get a response from you. I really want to even think that. I think the Prime Minister is a responsible Prime Minister because most of the time he asks for a response, we get it from him. So I cannot say that we will get a response from the Prime Minister. All I can say, I know, I can see, and I know, I feel it that he cares about this industry. So if he didn't care about it, he will make all the effort to give us more than one meeting already.
That's it? Okay. Okay. Is there anything you want to add? Okay. Thank you, Mr. President, TTSIDA. Thank you to our viewers on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. You can stay connected with TTSIDA also on IG. My name is Willetta Wilson. Thank you and have a great week.